Hi guys, and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 164. Will crypto firms go public? And Coinbase wallet nears 1 million Bitcoin. Now guys, if you're catching this from live, welcome. And if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you're thinking. And if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And yeah, if you want to keep on chatting with us when the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. Link is in the description. Thank you for being here, guys. I do appreciate it, each and every one of you. Happy Friday night. The weekend is upon us, so I hope you're having a great time tonight. So without further ado, let's get on with the news. What is happening in the crypto sphere? That is a question that we ask ourselves. Anyways, after Elon, this is from Cointelegraph, it's Elon Musk reveals his true opinion on Bitcoin and crypto, which really is more like a clickbaity title because what they tell you is just jack shit. They really don't tell you anything. Anyways, after a long and cryptic series of tweets on Bitcoin, SpaceX and Tesla CEO Elon Musk elaborated his stance on cryptos on January 20th podcast, noting that he's neither here nor there on Bitcoin and Musk focused on its use for illegal transactions. That's it, man. Really, he didn't say anything for or against. So when they say he reveals his true opinion, he does believe it's probably used for illegal activities, and that's about it. Really, he's not taking a stance for or against, which is a bummer. So Musk has recently been in the spotlight for several short and cryptic tweets related to cryptocurrency. On January 10th, he published a tweet saying Bitcoin is not my safe word, and this follows an equally cryptic tweet from April 2019 where he said cryptocurrency is my safe word. Anyways, well, we're generally considered to be those were considered to be jokes, especially in the light of previous tweets where he pledged to take Tesla private at $420. Musk's early history is deeply tied to the financial technology industry. If you know, in 1999, Elon Musk founded X.com, which is an online bank that, through later merges, became PayPal, right? And he mentioned that the company in the podcast, noting that if PayPal had executed the plan that he wanted to execute, he thinks that would probably be the most valuable company in the world. Anyways, when the interviewers asked him about the Bitcoin and cryptos, he just said he's neither here nor there on Bitcoin. And while referring to Satoshi white paper, he said it's pretty clever, and he prefaced by saying that his stance on cryptocurrencies gets the crypto people angry. He said that there are transactions that are not within the bounds of the law. There are obviously many laws in different countries, and normally cash is used for these transactions, but in order for illegal transactions to occur, the cash must also be used for legal transactions. You need a illegal to legal bridge, and that's where crypto comes in. Musk also noted that cash is increasingly harder to use, which I doubt. You can still pay with cash. I mean, it's easier to pay with a card, but you can still pay with cash in a lot of places. He says, but an alternative would have to be usable for both legal and illegal purposes. It doesn't count otherwise. Even though he may not be entirely sold on cryptos, Musk sees a clear purpose for them. He says you must have an legal to illegal bridge. So where I see crypto is effectively as a replacement for cash, I do not see crypto being the primary database for transactions. Now, despite the negative connotation from being used for illegal purposes, he emphasized that he's not being judgmental about crypto, and in his view, the government's overreach in certain aspects, and he actually went on to say that I think there's a lot of things that are illegal that shouldn't be illegal, and I think that sometimes governments just have too many laws about the mission that they should have, and shouldn't have so many things that are illegal, right? So I do agree with him. Governments have, I think, at some point in time overstepped their what they were created for, which is to rule and keep certain order and be there for the people. But now a lot of governments seem to just be there to order the people and boss them around and tell them what to do and what not to do, because it's just what they feel is right instead of what the people believe it's right. So they're taking decisions for the people that they shouldn't be taking. And again, that's why a lot of people want to seek refuge in crypto, right? To get away from that. Anyways, what else is happening? Coinbase, this is also from the Cointelegraph, and exchanges hold more Bitcoin than ever as Coinbase wallet nears 1 million Bitcoin. That is a lot of money, man. Coinbase will soon be holding 1 million Bitcoin in its cold wallets in a first for the industry, really. Now, according to data from news and information resources, Longhash released on January 23rd, Coinbase cold wallet contained around 970,000 Bitcoins, so about $8 billion, yes, with a B, as of January the 1st. Now, if the current growth continues, the company will reach 1 million Bitcoin maybe by February. That's what they're expecting. Anyways, the trend underscores growing tendencies to interact with Bitcoin via exchanges and with the Coinbase figures, including both private and institutional investors. Now, despite their myriad exchange hacks and other dangers of trusting third parties with their cryptocurrency wealth, it appears that consumers in general still prefer not to control their coins themselves, which is something that I don't agree with, right? You should keep your keys, you should keep your crypto. If someone tells Coinbase to like really put a stop on your account or a hold or a freeze, then you don't have access to your coins, and that is very, very important. That's the whole point of cryptocurrency. It's like people were given freedom, and then like they just voluntarily walked back into a jail cell, and they close the door and have a gatekeeper that whenever they want, they can say, hey, open the door for me, and he'll open it, because it's just a safe place to be. And if at some point in time someone comes and says, don't open that gate, and you say, oh, hey, open my door, you're not going to be able to get out. So, really, I wouldn't suggest that you put your crypto in any cold storage or held by a third party. You should be able to control your own assets. If you are into crypto and you're trading crypto, you're probably a grown man or woman or an adult that should be able to be responsible for your own financials, right? And your own currencies. So getting it back to these exchanges, it makes no sense to me. Anyways, crypto podcast host Marty Bent said that more individuals and institutions need to learn how to self-custody. And that's something I agree with. Anyways, with 30 million users registered since launch, Longhash notes that Coinbase is by far the exchange with the largest Bitcoin holdings. The majority of trading platforms are seeing their balances increase. So again, Binance is the largest trading platform by volume. Coinbase is the one that holds the largest amount of Bitcoin. And you could argue that, yes, but Binance does move much more Bitcoin than Coinbase, yes. But the fact that it's transactioning through there, just flowing back and forward, does not really mean that they're holding it, right? And yes, I do have my finger got hurt. I cut it with a knife, doing something really stupid and unsafe that I shouldn't have done in the first place, and I probably should have used scissors instead of a knife. In retrospect, right? It's always easier to look at stuff in retrospect. At that point in time, the knife seemed to make sense. Afterwards, I realized that it would have been as easy to do it with scissors. Anyways, Ripple CEO hints that IPO says more crypto firms will go public in 2020. Now, that is interesting. Speaking at Davos yesterday on the 23rd, Garlinghouse reportedly hinted that Ripple would itself be one of those firms to seek a public flotation. So he actually stated, in the next 12 months, you'll see IPOs in the crypto blockchain space. We're not going to be the first, and we're not going to be the last, but I expect us to be on the leading side. It's a natural evolution for a company. And while that is great for Ripple, my question is what's going to happen to all the XRP holders? Yes, they're going to be able to get more money from investors, right? People that are going to be able to buy into Ripple, the company. But what's going to happen with the token, man? The token really entitles you to nothing, and I've said that countless amount of times. A lot of people think that because they're holding XRP, if Ripple does great, the XRP token is going to do great. And that is a fallacy. A company can do great, but their token can do go and hit rock bottom. Because what matters is what the company is doing with the technology that they have. That's what's worth it. And the volume, yes, it could drive the price of Ripple up, and I agree, it could. But that's probably going to take time. And I'm much rather have stock in the company than hold the token, because I do believe that Ripple has a lot of potential as a company. I also believe in their token, don't get me wrong. I am hodling Ripple, I am hodling XRP. But again, from my point of view, really, I would also want to hold some Ripple if they come out with that as a stock, right? A regular, normal issued stock. And anyways, for those that you don't know this, an IPO, it's an initial public offering, is a process by which a corporation offers the stock new issued stock to the public, and for that reason, sometimes it's referred to as going public or as floating corporate shares to the wider market. Now, the crypto industry has basically to date focused its energies on initial coin offerings, which is what we've seen earlier, which evolved as an alternative issuance model for shilling young, innovative firms that spare them many of the cumbersome legal and regulatory processes involved in a traditional IPO. So yes, while many companies did get their fundings from ICOs, because if they wanted to come with an ICO or with an IPO, they would have to like be valued at some amount, then have to come up with shares, and they probably had to have investors behind. So a lot of these things should have happened, right? So it was easier to come up with an ICO and people give you just money, so like getting it from the crowds instead of going through the whole process of being a legally formed entity that is going to do all this business, right? So yes, I do believe Ripple, although they said they didn't sell XRP for gains, selling XRP is what gave them that initial funding for them to start doing a lot of stuff. They had to get it out somehow, right? Every time they donate to someone that they charity or whatever, and they give XRP, that person, if he wants to use that XRP, he has to turn it into money. So whether they're doing directly or indirectly, they are funding themselves and getting probably tax breaks by doing this in this manner. Anyways, yet as the space matures, and arguably in the wake of the post-boom ICO route, with so many offerings exposed as either outright fraudulent or simply unsuccessful, some firms are now seeking to build confidence with mainstream investors by way of public listing or traditional stock exchange, with all that red tape and financial disclosures that implies. Anyways, this is a trend that Garlinghouse appears to believe will consolidate itself in the near future, even as some of the industry's largest players have thus far struggled to meet the stringent requirements of an IPO. As an alternative to adopting traditional flotation methods, a major crypto firm such as Blockstacks have instead chosen to pursue compliant token sales with the approval of the United States SEC. Right? So, yeah, that's my point of view on this. Really, I'm glad that they're gonna go out public, and we might be able to buy shares for Ripple. Really wonder what that's going to do to the price of XRP, and obviously to the growth of the XRP token and the use of an adoption of the XRP token once they go public. But yeah, let's see, man. It's probably one of the first crypto companies to really go public, and it's probably going to catch that boom, just like when the cannabis companies came to be, right? And that huge cannabis boom, and you saw the stock soar. That's probably what's going to happen here at the beginning, right? You're going to be able to buy into Ripple. Man, it's going to be like the in thing for investors. They're gonna buy in. It's gonna probably like skyrocket, and then it might crash at some point in time. Great Spotify ads coming in 1 second, guys. Yeah, screw these Spotify ads, man. I should get a pay version for Spotify, but really it's just like annoying to get Spotify, man. Because I already have Apple Music, so that's why I don't want to buy and pay for two services that have more or less the same music. And still, for this channel, the only thing I can play is like copyright-free music. So anyways, stick with us. I'm gonna put this small technicals intro, and I'll be back with the technicals. Just give me 1 second though. Awesome. Thank you for staying with us. And we're going to jump into the technicals part of the stream. We just finished with the news, so if you're just catching up with us, thank you for being here again on a great Friday night. And let's get on with this. Crypto already shifted days, so here it shows the 25th already, right? That's how the market works. At 0 UTC, this changes time. We're still behind, so what's happening on the crypto sphere? Yesterday, we gained a little bit of market cap. So very, very little money came in. $1 billion. Don't you just wish you had that sitting on your bank account? So it went from $226.35 billion to $227.17 billion. Like I said, a $1.07 billion move to the upside, or 0.47%. Right now, it's going down, though. 1.55%, or $3.52 billion, sitting at $223 billion. Now, we do want more money coming in here. We seem to be holding the 20 MA, which is good. We're getting contraction of the Bollinger Bands. It's starting to happen. Really, don't really analyze here the money coming into cryptos here, because it represents itself differently throughout the whole crypto market, right? just because money is flowing out of the crypto sphere doesn't mean that your coin is probably losing money, although sometimes it does. But other coins could be gaining value, right? Could be getting value because people are selling off other tokens, right? So it depends really on how you take this. So what's going on with Bitcoin? Bitcoin dominance at 67.49%. Yesterday gained a little bit of dominance, 0.06% from an opening of 67.32, closing at 67.40. Right now, we're seeing a little bit of indecision, though, even though here it says 0.16% to the upside, sitting at 67.51. But again, we'll probably gap this, and this gap is really not considering this price move. Sometimes trading view charts does that, and it just makes them really, really annoying to look at, because when you have gaps when there shouldn't be gaps on CryptoSphere, it's just like, not the best. Anyways, where's Bitcoin sitting at? $8,294.48. What is happening, man? Today we're opening to the downside, man. And like I told you guys, I kind of got out of Bitcoin, right? When it hit my alarm, and I have my alert here, right, at 8,455. I didn't get out right at that price. I did get out a little bit lower, but not too much. I think it was at 8,440 some odd. And I'm glad I did, because the market's really not looking the best right now. We were looking for divergence, right? We were hunting for it. We are creating this hidden bullish starting to develop. However, this negative momentum is also starting to grow, so we can keep on developing and still going down. And really, we don't know yet where it's going to stop, although we can try to get a measure move from low to high, and then really just with the fibs. And I'll probably do that in another chart that it's much cleaner. Let me see which one of my charts is cleaner. I think this one should be good for us to throw them fibs at, right? I really rarely do fibs here on the channel, unless I do believe I could have a real good use for them. So anyways, from the low to the high, we seem to have retraced to the 382, which is good. And we seem to have, sorry, we didn't hit it. Did we? No, we didn't quite hit it yet. I do have another line up here that was strong enough. We have made a valid retrace, because we did go into that 236%, right, at 8,532. So from there, we can still retrace. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to ignore the wicks, and I'm going to go from the bodies just to get a different sense for the chart. And we still haven't hit that 382, which is the beginning of the retrace zone. But we are making a valid retrace, since we have at least retraced 23% of the way. So that's something I want to look at real quick. When we hit this at 8,033, we might get a bounce, right? Or even at 7,700, right? That's a 50% retrace. Or even at 7,489, right? That is the 61% retrace, 61.8 on the fibs. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Sorry, guys, I did seem to lose my music. Here we go. There we go. So anyways, that's what's happening right now on Bitcoin. Sitting neutral right now. I went to the dominance, sorry. Sitting neutral right now at, where are we at? 52.13 on the RSI. Negative momentum starting to build. Like I said, let's go to the 4 hours, man. On the 4 hours, what's happening? Low, lower, low, right? From here to here, when I was looking at this on the daily, I mean, I did talk about potentially going lower and creating divergence. This is probably from the 1 hour chart, though, so I'll leave this here, and I'll actually send it to the 1 hours, so we can look at it when we get there. Yes, it is from the 1 hours, and I know that because it is congruent with this thing that's hiding there. And sometimes things like to pop around the chart for some reason. I can't get them to stay where they're supposed to. Anyway, something that I was looking for, divergence, right? We did get it. We did get a nice bounce. We didn't get above that 8,536. That was one of my that was my first exit point, but I shifted it to 5% instead of 3%, and that I ended up getting out here around this area. Right now, I'm glad, because we did go out, hit that 20 MA, and then broke down from there, which is not what you're looking for when you want to see this. Anyway, stuff that is happening right now in the shorter term: low, lower low, negative momentum. Less negative momentum, right? So I'll just make sure this is gonna stay here on the 4 hours, and otherwise it'll go to the 1 hour, and it'll just like give us a lot of noise when we're looking at the stuff there. Anyways, there we go. So that's what's happening, right? And we also now have it on the RSI. Here we didn't have it on the RSI, right? We're going lower on the RSI, but now we're actually going higher on the RSI, which is giving us strong bullish divergence on two of the oscillators, right? So on the MACD and on the RSI, which is good. From here we can try to get a rally. The first thing that we're probably going to hit as resistance is going to be the 20 MA. We did get contraction of the Bollinger Bands back here and broken down again. So again, not the strongest looking for Bitcoin. We have to wait and see how this is really going to play out for this. So be careful. We do have some support down here at 8,199. We seem to have almost hit near it, and then bounce from around that area, which is all good, right? That's all great. So I'm going to go into the 1 hour chart. So on the 1 hours, yesterday, so you'll see two lines here, right? An orange one and a yellow one. The yellow one is what I left off when I was here on the air, and I told you guys we probably wanted to go down, hit divergence, and bounce from there, which is something that happened. I was really tempted to buy in here, and I probably should have, man. Probably should have gone with my instinct and bought in here with this divergence, because we also had it on the other side, and it really gave us a nice bounce, man. So if you wanted to take a measure from here to here, it's like a 3% move, right? And then we broken down again. So I mean, yeah, it would have covered my exchange fees for sure, and I probably should have taken it. I was tracking it. I was looking at this in the morning, but you know, this time I was asleep. But even if I would have gotten in, it probably would have been here at 6 a.m. and I wouldn't have gotten that much of a move. I could have put something out here or out down here, but you know, it was hard to predict whether or not we're gonna hit divergence or what time we're gonna hit divergence. You know, anyways, I'm happy that this played out right to the upside. So I'm gonna change this to yellow, so we know we already covered it. But all this stuff, you know, we were looking at, I was looking at in the morning today when I woke up in the market. So, you know, it's kind of good when you start to see divergence. Once you start doing this for a while, you'll start to see the divergence without it having to throw lines at it. It just gets easier with time and practice. So what's going on right now? We're creating hidden bullish, right? So I'll just make sure this is here on the 1 hour. Yeah, it's going to be in the 1 hour also. So going low, higher low, right? So negative momentum to more negative momentum, right? And that's fine. You're diverging there, and you don't have it on the other side. On the other side, we're higher, and we're sitting neutral right now at 40.31. We might get some support around this area from this, right? It means price continuation. We could continue moving sideways or try to pump a little bit. So it's yet to be determined. And yeah, that's it for Bitcoin, guys. If you have any questions about anything that we talk about here on the stream, please feel free to put it on the chat. I really like engaging with you guys, so I can only do that when you let me know what's on your mind. Otherwise, I have to like pretend I'm a mind reader and guess what you guys want to talk about. Anyways, what's happening with Ethereum? Ethereum dominance on the daily. Yesterday, losing dominance, 0.49%. Right now, losing dominance still, 0.16%, sitting at 7.80% of market cap. The price of Ethereum at $159.69. Sorry, dominance at 7.80% of market cap. Now, price of Ethereum $159.69. What is happening? We're holding that 20-man support, man, twice, 1 day, 2 days in a row. We did move down, touch it, and bounce from there. Now, that makes me want to go back and look at Bitcoin and see if we did that. Yeah, no, we're still sitting at the 20-MA on Bitcoin. Sorry, I just wanted to check, see if we're getting a bounce like we did here on Ethereum, and we haven't yet. So Ethereum, $159. So going lower, starting to build negative momentum, and sitting neutral on the RSI, 55.37. Something that I'm looking at, right? Low, higher low, negative momentum, less negative momentum. Low on the RSI, higher on the RSI. Nothing going on the daily. Let's go to the 4 hours. What is happening on the 4 hours, man? I was tracking this. We were down here when we were doing the stream last night. Yes, that's fine. We're going lower. I do believe we're slightly lower here. Let me check. No, we're actually slightly higher. So, you know, we're tracking this divergence, right? We didn't get it to play out, unfortunately, and we did get it to play out, but not strongly enough. We failed to get above that 20 MA. So we almost hit it. Here we hit it and rejected, and since then we're kind of broken down, which is similar to what happened with Bitcoin. And you know, I really want to zoom in here. What is this opening at? 158.95. What is this opening closing at? 158.96. Okay, cool. This is very, very slightly higher, right? But it's just like 1 cent. So it's almost negligible. You could throw a straight line here and say that you're going even on the price and you're going down, and that would still be a kind of bullish divergence. You would just be making like class B type 2 or medium bullish divergence. That would mean potential price action to the upside. We might start to get a rally here. We do seem to have a gap. I'm going to look at another chart. Yes, we seem to be going up slightly, and in this chart, are we high? Yes, in this chart, we are slightly lower than over here, so we would be creating that divergence, right? And again, we might try to get a pump from there. Anyways, let's go on to the 1 hour. What is happening with Ethereum on the 1 hour, man? So let's see this 59.60, so slightly higher, higher and higher on the other side. That's great. Where are we creating something? Yes, low, lower, low, right? We're creating divergence, man. So from here to here, right, going lower, lower. Where are we at now? Oh, this is the 1 hour. That's fine. Okay, cool. So low, lower, low, right? That's great. Negative momentum, less negative momentum, creating divergence to get that pump, failing to stay above that 20 MA. So of course we're breaking down again and going to new lows. Now our major low would be down here, right? And this is all one island. So in theory, we could go from here to here, right, in a straight shot, and go from here to here, right, which is lower again, creating that strong divergence. Here we would also have it on the other side. Here we don't quite have it on the other side. We're going lower. But here we do have it on the other side, which is what we're looking for, right? That divergence coming in differently, right? So again, we have divergence, strong bullish, price action to the upside. We did get that pump, but failing at the top of the Bollinger Bands. And probably because Bitcoin started to break down. Because here we didn't have anything else going on. Again, ads from Spotty again, so let's stop this massacre and move on to something else. Let's play another track. I'm not sure what we played yet, or we haven't played. It's called the Okinawa Dance by Technoax. I'm hoping it's fun. Anyways, so low, higher low, right? Native momentum, less native momentum. I think it's 28, 29. So yes, very less native momentum still. So here it's lower, here it's less. So really nothing to call on the 1 hour here on Ethereum after the divergence, right? Let's go to XRP. What's happening with the dominance of the XRP, man? Is XRP dominating? Not really, man. It's losing dominance still. Yesterday it lost 1.80%. Right now losing 0.09%. Sitting at 4.26% market cap. The price of XRP at 21 cents, 21.727 cents. And it's really not surprised to see Ripple going there. Look, man, what happened? We did bounce here off this area that we know is at the beginning of the support resistance zone. And we seem to have hit just right on it, man. Almost spot on it. Very, very close. It was probably like a couple, like, not even one full cent, man. What is this low? 21.302. And this area, it's 21.263. So, yeah, like 0.40, you know, 0.0040 or whatever, man. So we're very, very close to this. Anyways, breaking below at 20 MA, starting to make negative momentum, sitting neutral on their side, 48.01. Nothing else happened. Let's go to the 4 hours. On the 4 hours, we're creating divergence, right? We're tracking it. Now, something that is happening with Ripple still, and probably the only good thing it has going on right now, is that it's going lower here on the this here RSI, and here it's going lower, right? So low, lower, low, negative momentum, less negative momentum, right? Low on the RSI, lower on the RSI. We don't quite have that divergence happening here on the RSI. We're sitting sold at 34.15, but we are creating that divergence against the MACD, and we might get a bounce from there. So again, something to look forward to on XRP. Let's go to 1 hour, man. What's happening on the 1 hour? So low, lower, low, right? We do have this island. We did go lower. That's fine. Now we are higher, and we're making less negative momentum. That's fine. Low, high, right? That's great, man. Nothing really we can call out here. If you want to ignore this and go from here to here and ignore this island, you could, right? You'll still be going lower, and you'll still be creating divergence, and then that would merit that pump, right? Or talking about a pump. Let's see this. It's going to be, yeah, it must have gone through 4 hours as well. There we go. All into 1 hour now. So you could go from here to here, right? Ignoring this island if you wanted to. I wouldn't suggest it because it's a valid island, although we did create divergence, but the whole market created divergence. So it's really not that special, right? It's not like Ripple is that special flower that we really wanted to pump and flourish. It just didn't quite do its thing. That's it for this, man. What is this at? 49.36. So we're obviously less negative momentum, right? That's it for XRP. Let's move on to the Litecoin. What is happening with the Litecoin today? Wow. Let's see. Dominance on the daily. Yes, you lost dominance, 0.59%. Right now, losing dominance still 1.03%. Sitting at 1.51% market cap. The price of Litecoin, $52.88. In that price action to the downside, breaking below that 20 MA. Negative momentum still building though, right? So if we just keep on tracking this, you know, we got very nice retrace yesterday, right? We were down here. We did pull back a little bit. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 52.39. Let's go to the 4 hours. What's happening on 4 hours? Low, lower, low, negative momentum, right? So we were creating divergence. From there, we did manage to rally. Right now, we're starting to move down, but not too much. And low, higher, low, right? Low, higher, low, negative momentum, less negative momentum. Low on the RSI, high on the RSI. Nothing else happening on the Litecoin. Let's move on to the 1 hour chart, man, and see what's going on there. What is happening with the 1 hours? Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking this show. Again, I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. So you guys are awesome for being here on a Friday night. I know you probably have other stuff you want to do, like watch a movie, Netflix, the other Netflix. You know, probably go out for drinks or whatever. But I do appreciate that you guys are hanging out with us and chilling here. Let's see what else is happening. So, Litecoin on the 1 hour. We did go lower. We did create more divergence. That's fine. We did get that pump, right? Ripple didn't do this. It just pumped because the rest of the market was pumping. That's the only reason Ripple pumped, right? So, from here to here, from here to here, and from let's see this. This one's delivered 25.39 and 26. Yes, so. From here to here, that bullish divergence coming in, pumping, very nice, getting above that 20 MA, trying to hold it, but again, the market moved down, and it brought Litecoin down with it. We really didn't have any kind of divergence to merit that move to the downside on the 1 hour. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 41.82. We're gonna move on to Binance. Guys, if you want me to look at something else, please, you can put it on the chat. Let me know how we're doing, guys. What do you like about the show? What do you not like about the show? I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to get more people to join us so we can have a greater time. More fun here. But do let me know, guys. What do you like about this stream? What you hate about the stream? So I can try to change it. You hate me? Sorry about that, man. That's it. I'm the only one that's here to do the stream. But if you hate something else, let me know, and we can try to see if we can change it, right? So long as it doesn't interfere with the information that we have to present or something like that. Anyways, right now, what's happening on dominance for Binance? Yesterday, it lost dominance 0.10%. Right now, losing dominance 0.76%. Sitting at 1.16% market cap. Price of Binance $16.65. Man, has it gone down? Yes. Yesterday, we did recover a little bit, but we've gone down again. Hit the 20 MA yesterday and bounced from there. Apparently, today, we're also almost at the 20 MA and bounced from there. Starting to make negative momentum. Also neutral on the RSI, 54.22. Really nothing else happening here on the daily, so let's go to the 4 hours, man. We were creating divergence, right? We called it pump. Failed at the 20 MA and moving down. Now, we are slightly higher still than our low, so negative momentum, less negative momentum on the RSI, low and higher. So really nothing going on here on this chart yet. Sitting at 40.28 on the RSI, which is neutral but almost sold. Now let's go into the 1 hour. We're creating this divergence right from here to here, right, in two trenches. We did have it here. Even with the RSI, we should have gotten a pump. But we didn't. What did we do? We did manage to go slightly lower still. Let me shift this to here. And we created this this divergence still, right? So from here to here and from here to here. So again, getting that very nice pump from that. But again, like I said, the rest of the market doing the same. And like you can see here, right, we're going down, and you know, really no divergence developing. More negative momentum, but still higher yet. So the only thing we're creating here, it would be hidden bullish. Right, that could potentially mean price action to the upside. And we're starting to get these rallies, but indecision going on below that 20 MA still. And we don't quite have it on the RSI. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 40.86. I just want to make sure I didn't miss that hidden bullish on Litecoin. Do we have it? I think we do, and I just skipped over it. Yes, we do. It's at 13. So here to here. Here to here. And here to here. Technical analysis not here, Daniel-san. Here. Right? That's something Mr. Miyagi would say or something like that. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for tonight, guys. I'm not sure if you guys want to do something else, watch something else, look at something else on the charts. Do let me know. Otherwise, we're probably just going to sign off and wish you a great Saturday night. Yeah. Let me know if you guys want to do something else, right? It is 10:41. We started super late tonight. Again, sorry about that. I ended up coming home really, really late from work. It was a really heavy day today. But I'm glad that I'm home right now, and I was able to do the stream tonight. Tomorrow, there's no stream, guys. Be careful. I did put it on the beginning of the stream. Benny, how's it going, man? Thank you for being here. All's good, man. I cut my finger with a knife in the stupidest manner possible. Yeah, I was coming home late from the office, man. Yeah, I'm okay, man. It wasn't that bad. That's like a, you know, the fingers bleed a lot when you cut them, particularly around this like tender area, right at the fingertip. And that's just where I got the knife, and I did like get a sideways move from that. It's a very, very sharp knife, man. My brother gave me one of these like small Leathermans, yeah, it's very, very sharp, and I did something really stupid, man. I should have used the scissors instead of the knife, and I realized that afterwards. And yeah, it was like I think I have like a brain fart, or like a stupid lapses happening in my brain or something. But you know, I'm fine really. It wasn't that bad. Just a little bit of blood. I didn't get any stitches or anything. I didn't even have to go to the doctor. But it's all good, man. It's just like annoying to have a something on my finger to like kind of stop the bleeding. It's already clotted, so I might just remove the like band-aid off or something. Yeah, I know. You live and you learn. Anyways, dude, I got these really, really cool lights, man. I wish you guys could see them. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show them. They're probably going to blind the camera. But I got these very, very nice small lights. I'll see if I can show them here. They were a gift from my brother also. They're like these small LED lamps. But they're really, really powerful. Like, I have two of them set up, which is like the way I used to have my old ghetto snap. Something happened with the music and the stream. I can't see myself. Oh, there I go. Apparently I hit something, some cable, and I did manage to move something, but I think I'm back, and I can see that I'm here in the audio. I just lost the screens for a couple seconds. Anyways, yes, I did get these lights. They're really, really dope, man. They were like my Christmas gift from my brother, but I just basically was able to get them. And they're really cool because I can really like turn them up and down a lot. So like, that would be really, really bright though. And like, you know, that's off. And obviously, I bring them down a little bit to where they're about the same. Oh, there we go. That's why I had them. And yeah, LEDs are the future of lights, man. I know you're into lighting, and yeah, dude, these little things, man, they're powerful. And they're not that expensive either, man. They're like made by this company called Newer. They're tiny, man. They're like this small. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe like 8 by or 7, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4. By like it's 6 by 12, man. That all that many like small LEDs. I did have LED lights before, but they were like in this box, soft box that I made with like cardboard, tin foil, and then like just put like an old like white rag over them to soften the light the way it hit me. And I had two of them, one here and then one back there. But these small lights, dude, I can just plug them to the PC, power from there, and they're super small that they're portable. And now when I go traveling, even though the hotels don't have the best internet, so I wouldn't be able to do like live streams. I would be able to like at least do a full-on recording, which would be nice, and then upload that to the internet, so at least I can still show my face, which is something that I want to do when I'm traveling. At least I can just take one of them to at least get frontal light, even if it looks flat. But yeah, the LEDs are amazing, man, and these small things that I got, they're really, really cool, man. I want to thank my brother for that. Thanks, bro. Yeah, dude, I got that in like a really, really slick mat, I think it's called a desk pad. It's like this neoprene desk pad that is really, really cool. I have everything on it right now. Well, not everything, but my keyboard and the mouse. And it's really, really sweet, man. I wanted one of these desk pads for a long time, and I'm glad that I got those things for Christmas, man. Those were in my list, right? Whether or not they were for Christmas or not, I was gonna get them. And at least I'm glad I got them as a gift. It just took forever to get them down here to Mexico. Anyways, yeah, that's it for tonight, guys. Do you want to look at something else, Benny? I know you were into like ICX or I can't remember which one you were into, but I think you've been into a couple, right? Like Dusk, INS, that's the one. Yeah, because I think you were also into ICX for a while, and then yeah, but we'll look at INS. Here you go. What's happening with the INS, man? It sounds like a government department, right? Like the INS is coming for you. So what's happening here? We're still developing these divergences, right? We keep on tracking, right? We're something that's happening though, right? We're to where we're at here, right? So we'll go here. One slightly lower and losing here, right? So this is just very tiny. This is still developing today, but this is very, very small here, right? It'll be like this. I'll just exaggerate a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. And you're going down here, right? So what we're creating is like divergence, right? Strong bullish. On the RSI, we would be at 33.63, and 34. So going slightly higher still. Also, again, right, creating that divergence, right? So something that could bring like a kind of stop to this area or try to get a bump from there. I had good news yesterday and mainnet February 3rd. Token swaps 1 to 10 to NXS. All right. It sounds like a group, man. NXS. Yeah. Anyways, XNS. Sorry. Yeah, we'll see how this does, man. You did had a nice rally yesterday, right? Hit that 18-cent mark and then broke down from there. We're really close to hitting that 18-cent mark and breaking down from there. We did have this resistance, right? Yesterday we seem to have hit it, right? That 1754 and then rejected from there. You spam Twitter with 3 accounts about Insolar. Yeah. Do you know? I think you no longer have that. Are you like a small whale that shows up on Twitter? That talks about this and then like something else like crypto news something, because I've seen like 2 accounts that are posting things about Installer for some reason, but it's not that like Sith Lord that you had in that Yoda, so they seem to be different. Anyways, yeah, like I said, this is going on here. Let's go to the 4 hours, man. On the 4 hours, we had divergence. We did try to pump, failed at the 20 MA. Unfortunately, we did manage to move down again, try to pump, and failing again. So here to here, we don't have anything. Even from here, man, we would have to like throw it from way back here and go there, man, right? To try to get this divergence to like show, maybe like that. I really don't like it when it shows up like this. So, Spuddy, awesome. So I can reload this and play this track here. Awesome, there we go. Okay, cool. So we're developing this divergence. We did try to jump and rally from there, but we're failing again below that 20 MA right now. And you kind of moved up, almost hit that 20 MA and rejected, right? On the top part, what's happening? We're creating divergence. Apparently, we could, right? We could be. Let's see. This here would be the closing at 1700, and this closing would be at 16, so slightly lower. Are we there? 185 and 16, so slightly lower still. No divergence developing that I could see on the top part, right? And well, no, there is actually, just not the one I was looking for, or not where I was looking for it, right? So you're going lower on your price, right? And we're going higher, right? So creating that hidden bearish right now. That could mean price continuation, and probably part of the reason that you're starting to break down on this. On hidden bearish divergence, right? Sitting neutral on the RSI at 42.85. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. What's happening on the 1 hour chart, man? On the 1 hour, look, on the 1 hour, it's simple. You're going higher, right? You can probably already start to see these things without me pointing them out. If you follow this show, the only thing I talk about here mainly is divergence. Sometimes I use the fibs, sometimes I use something else, but usually I just cover divergence, right? That's key. That's turning points. Strong bearish divergence, price action to the downside. We broke down from there. That's fine. We're slightly higher than our previous low, and that's great, man. But we're making more negative momentum, so what we're creating is hidden bullish divergence back here. So strong bearish and hidden bullish, right? And that's what we have right now. And we would also have it on the RSI, which is we really usually don't get hidden bullish on the RSIs. Most of the times we just get them on the MACD. But that's what's happening. That's probably the reason why we're starting to see this small rally attempt, or this small pump attempt, but really not amounting to much yet. We do have that 20 made to face as resistance, and if we can't get above that, we're probably going to aim for lower prices. I do have a yellow line back here. It's probably all-time low or something like that, or maybe some area of support that I have. I'm not sure why I have a yellow line. I'm going to have to go on the daily to see. Oh, it's a channel, man. That's why. It's our long ass channel. Sorry, didn't want to say that. It's our long channel that we have not been able to break out of forever, man, since the Inquisition. Like, we have not been able to get out of this channel since November 16th, man. I can really drag this all the way back here, and you will still be within the channel, right? That's it, man. We did manage to break it slightly and then break back into it. Broke it to the downside slightly, so we could, like, increase it a little bit, but it's really not doing much, man. We're just, like, blah, you know. It's really not doing a whole lot, man. Anyways, those divergences I just drew on the 4 hours. I wanted to apparently show up here on the 1 hour because it's fun to hang out here. This from the 4 hours, actually. Also from the 4 hours. So the stuff from the 4 hours wanted to come up here and chill with us. Oh, there we go, man. Cleaning charts every day. Every day I'm shuffling. There we go. I guess that's it, man. At least I just removed all this stuff, so it seems to make sense. Oh, I removed something from here. I sent it to the 1 hour. That's gonna screw my charts later on. So yeah, guys, if you want to look at something else, let me know. We are. I still got a little bit of time to like look at stuff, so it's cool. It's a cool. There we go. Awesome. I think that's it, man. I'm hoping I didn't screw anything up. Oh yeah, I removed something. Why am I screwing up with the charts? Like all weird, man. Let's see this. 4 hours, 4 hours. There we go. Awesome. Any price predictions with mainnet February 3rd? Dude, I'm not really into this coin, so I'm not sure what the price prediction is gonna be, man. I'm not even sure what the project does, so I think we looked at it once, but I'm not, since I don't follow it or I'm not into it, it's kind of hard for me to like really give you an objective or like a really good standing point of view, because it's something I don't like track with. I haven't even looked at the news, man, for this project, so it would be irresponsible for me to give you a prediction on a token or a coin that I'm not really well aware of what it does. Can tell you we can probably come down here and retest that bottom part, right? And try to pump or hit this as support or resistance, right? So we hit this, this support and bounce, and then we can come up here and hit that resistance, right? That's about it. I'm not sure, man. It depends on depends on what it's gonna do once it hit the mainnet, right? So, like I said, man, dude, like, just to be as fair as I can right now, and probably a little bit deviating from the question, Bitcoin is gonna have a halving, and it's still hard to tell what's gonna happen, man. A lot of people say, yeah, it always goes up. Yeah, but look at Litecoin, man. It halved and it didn't go up, man. Litecoin kind of sunk after halving. So just because it halves doesn't mean it has to go up. The supply is still the same. It's just less that gets mined every time. But you're not burning the supply that's already existing. You're not burning it by a half. You're not reducing the circulating supply of Bitcoin. That's why, yes, it's less, and then miners have to work more to get less. So the price should go at least to double, so the miners can have it. But if the people don't trade at those levels, right? Remember, the market is made by buying and selling. So if no one wants to sell at the price you're willing, or no one wants to buy the price you're willing to sell, you kind of have to bring down your price because you're not gonna be able to place it, right? So that's probably something that could happen after a halving, right? So I mean, right, that's how I could relate it to you. So just because something's gonna happen doesn't mean it's gonna have a particular positive or negative outlook. So you know, Ethereum is gonna shift from proof of work to proof of stake. And we still don't know what's going to happen with that, right? A lot of people are going to get screwed, right? Particularly all the miners that like working for their Ethereum. But we'll figure it out once it gets there, right? Because a lot of people make like predictions based on air. And while they could be right, they could also be wrong. That's the whole point about predicting the future, I guess, right? They're not Nostradamus. And I don't like predictions, man, unless I know where the price is going to go because some technicals or some news, right? Even with news, if you have fundamentals, you know the price is going to go up, but you don't know what's going to top or how high it's going to go, right? You could just like make a little bump and then do nothing. But if you want to look at another example that could talk about something similar, if you remember, XLM burned half of its supply. That was around October, if I'm not mistaken. End of October. So if we go look at the end of October, right? They burned half of their. Where's the end of October? Here it is. So around this area, right? Pre-swell, they burned half of their supply, right? Half of the XLM supply, and they got this very nice pump, right? They burned half, and they didn't even go double the price. They just went like 50% above. So they didn't even double the price. They just went half. And then from there, they kind of dropped again with half of their supply in existence. and now they're trying to rally again, and they're sitting at the price they were at prior to them burning their supply. Really. So even if you cut the supply in half, it doesn't mean the price is gonna go up. It did go, and then it just kind of dumped from there. So a lot of people probably sold their position and got out of it. But that's about it, man. That's not about as fair as a comeback I can tell you, right? Probably a lot of people were expecting with that halving, or with that like burning half of the supply, that this thing was gonna go to the moon. And while it did double, didn't double, it just went up by half. It didn't really mean it was gonna stay there, man. That's the whole point about the market, man. You really don't know where it's gonna go. You could try to predict it by looking at what it's doing, more or less the pattern that you're making. For example, from here to here, you could have seen that you were... Oh, shit, that's the fibs. From here to here, you can see that you're going lower, and you can see that you're making less positive momentum, right? You wouldn't have it on the RSI, but here you're looking at this, right? And you can see, and you can probably tell that you're creating a form of divergence, and you're probably going to try to pump from that, right? And it's a bullish divergence, by the way. And here, you would also have it on the volume, right? The volume is also going lower. So again, you know, you have divergence, you pump from there. And then you're going higher and higher still. And probably here we created some kind of divergence. Let's see, 175. 175 and 1,753, 1,758. So this is very slightly higher than this. And you're going higher. So the thing that happened here is this one higher and this one lower, creating that divergence that is kind of breaking it down right now, right? You don't remember that happening here? Yeah, they did it at their event here in Mexico, and it was... I can even look at the news for that. Stellar burns half of supply. November the 5th. So, Mexico City, the Stellar Development Foundation has burned 55 billion of the XLM tokens, over half of the crypto supply. CEO Danielle Dixon announced from the stage at the Stellar Meridian conference on Monday, right? And that's there, man. Around that area, I was telling you, the price went up like crazy. So that was, see, this is the 4th. This is when it actually happened. So it was around this area that they were burning it. So they did burn it. They did get that rally. It really went insane. In one of the charts, if not this one, it's probably this one. Look at this. In this chart, it went ballistics. This is, sorry, this was back then. Sorry, this is the one that I was talking about, November. So it went a little bit higher, like 9. In one of the other charts, it did go much higher. I'm not sure if I have it open, but in one of the charts, it just went like nuts. I don't think I have it right now to look at. But anyways, it didn't go up that much, right? It went from 6 cents, 6.7 if you want to be there, all the way to 8.7. It just went up 2 cents, man. It didn't even go up by 50%. It depends on what exchange you look at. It could have gone up to 50%. But what I'm telling you is that it really doesn't mean that the price is going to go up, right? It just means it did go up, but then it kind of sold off again. It kind of went lower even than they're burning half of their supply. So it's just, right? You would have expected that if you cut half of the circulating dollars out of the market, the price of the dollar would go up by 100%, right? But no, they did it, and clearly it didn't happen here. So, yeah. Like I said, just because you have news coming, don't mean stuff's going to happen, right? Or not, at least not the way you're supposed to think it's going to happen. I would have thought that Stellar was going to go much higher, and yeah, obviously it didn't, man. I was also thinking that by burning. Anyways, best coin burn has been Binance. Well, Binance burns a lot, and it didn't go up that much either. Every quarter, they burn a good amount of their supply. But what they're burning is money that they have on... what do we say this? On their holdings, on their vaults, let's say. They're not burning from the supply that's circulating or anything like that. It's from the amount that is already printed, and it's counted in the circulating supply because they're holding it, but they burn from that holding. They're really not taking liquidity, or they're not taking that amount of money from the market. Stellar did burn half. Probably not what people were holding, but probably the half they had to do that, just leaving them with enough to pay certain things. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, man, not what you would expect it for this to happen, right? And Binance, with all the burns that it has made, it really hasn't pumped that much either. So they just burned a couple weeks ago. We talked about that. Anyways, yeah. Binance was $5 in December 2018. No, it was less than that. It was like $4 and change. You saw that 6.5. It hit that. Oh, yeah. Look, man, I'll show you Binance. It was actually less than that. It was like 460. Binance. Let's see. I have it here. All right, cool. I'm gonna zoom out a lot. December. So it was back here, man. The lowest it got, it would be this right here. It got to $4.08, man. And back here, I remember the first time I got into Binance, it was around 10. It did go up to 12, and I got out, and I was like way back here, or somewhere around this area. And then I got out because I really wasn't really sure what to do with the token, and I had it because I was using Binance as my exchange. Anyways, from there, it kind of just went down. And I was really thinking about rebuying here at $4 and just buying a couple of tokens, right? Not even that much. Man, I'm really beating myself up about this because, man, it sucks that I didn't get in because the returns would have been insane. Almost 10 times, man. It did go up to 40. If you would have bought at 40.06 and you went up to 40.60, or you would have made 10 times your money, man. So yeah, it's insane how much it went up. But you know, it is what it is. I didn't get in, and yeah, kind of sucks. But that's that. And this is this. So, anyways, well, it has been a blast chilling and chatting. It could hit 500. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure if we could hit 500. Anything given time could hit 500. It's gonna depend on a lot of things, man. How strong they can stay in exchanges, how much more utility they can get for their token. Burns still happening. People being still interested on Binance as a coin or as a token. What they did was genius. Created their own token for the exchange and giving you breaks or exchange benefits for using their token. That was just really, really smart on their part, and that's probably what got them a lot of appeal for their token. But if someone else comes with something better, it works across different exchanges, but it does the same thing, and you get benefits on all the exchanges for using that coin, it could dethrone Binance, and then still yet to be seen, right? But anyways, it's a Friday night. Tomorrow, no stream. I did post that up. I do have other stuff I gotta do. I have a family, I have kids, and I also have to be with them on the weekends. I rarely take time off from the stream, but tomorrow I won't be able to make it. We're gonna have friends of the family come over. We're gonna have dinner, and I really want to just sit with my friends and chill with them because I'm here every night, and I haven't been able to sit with my friends for a while. So. I really just want to sit there and chill for a bit with my friends that I haven't seen in a while. But anyways, yeah, you got here at the right time, and I was about to sign off when you got in. But yeah, so tomorrow I'll stream on Sunday again. Depending tomorrow what time it finishes and how messed up I am, because I'm sure there's gonna be drinks involved. I might or might not do a stream. I'm thinking there's not. That's why I said that there's no stream. I really don't like to do technicals when I'm drinking or having had a couple drinks. I do want to be sober when I do this, particularly the analysis. Anyways, I try to be as responsible as I can. Guys, that's gonna be it for tonight. Thank you for watching. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. This is Ted of Crypto. I'm your host, Martin, and it's been a pleasure being here with you guys tonight on a great Friday night. I hope you're having a great time. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Again, tomorrow, I'm not going to be able to be here, unfortunately. I do have another commitment. Crypto Nation News. Nothing better than drunk TA. Yes, James, how's it going, man? Thank you for being here, brother. I haven't seen you in a while, man. I talked to you on Twitter, and I know you have your channel as well on YouTube. If you guys haven't seen James Malpass's channel, he changed it for something else, and then he changed it into Crypto Nation News. You guys should go check him out also sometime. He's really cool. He's really cool on Twitter. That's usually where I have engaged with him. Nothing better than drunk TA. Yes, man. Sometimes. I'm really funny when I'm drunk, but I don't think I've ever been like really, really messed up here. Dude, I do have a large ass bottle of whiskey next to me. Oh, I got this one. It's like a massive bottle of whiskey, man. It's like 1.75 liters, man. It's a big bottle of whiskey. I'm probably gonna like kill it tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I do have other bottles of whiskey next to me as well, and something else. I do keep a lot of bottles next to me. You took a little break from YouTube. Oh snap, man! You're at the Bahamas? Shit, I hit something. One of my kids' toys is here, and it spoke. It scared the crap out of me. Yeah, man, it would have to be on a Friday or a Saturday because I do work. So, hey, man, James, that's great that you're at the Bahamas, man. I hope you enjoy your vacation, trip, or business, whatever you're doing there. I hope you're not running away from the government and hiding in the Bahamas because then they'll go look for you there, right? Anyways, yeah, that could do a really good TA when I'm drunk. I'm having a beer actually right next to me. It's like a commercial piece of water beer, but it's good, man. You know, whatever. That's what I had in the fridge today. I just rarely drink when I'm on the stream. I usually put it on a glass and it's a little bit more fancy and stuff, you know. But I was having dinner with my wife, and you know, I just wanted to have the beer, right? Because I got home really late from the office, and just basically jumped in here, finished setting something up. I had dinner, like opened the beer, and I didn't even finish the beer with her. I just came in here. Vacations for your anniversary, 23 years. She has put up with me. Damn, son, that's a lot of time. 23, dude. I just been married for 5, and it feels like, wow, man. I want to be like 6 years married this year. Yeah, it's damn, dude. 23 years is a long time. I hope she doesn't hear me that it's saying like 6 years seems like a long time. I'm gonna be in the doghouse for that one. But damn, dude, congrats, man. Congratulations. 23 years. It is an achievement, man. It is a life goal, man. That is a whole lifetime being together. I'm glad, man. I'm happy for you. And this day and age, too few people can really say that they've been together for 23 years, man. With the divorce rates what they are, that amount of time is very, very significant in this time and age. Wow, man. That's cool. Yeah, for me, that's going to take a while, man. I did get married around 30. So by the time I'm 60, I'm going to be like equals. And I still have like a long time to go for that. I'm just going to turn 36 this year, so. Yeah, man. Anyways, I do hope you enjoyed the Bahamas, man. Drink some like nice stuff. The Bahamas is amazing, bro. Is it? You were in high school? Wow, you turned 41. Damn, man. That's congrats, man. You look much younger on your videos and on the pictures on your picture on YouTube, which is almost the same picture you have here on YouTube as well. It just seems like really, really tiny here on the chat that I was looking at. But dude, how's the Bahamas, man? I haven't heard anything about the Bahamas since the hurricane went through, and I know the main Bahamas wasn't that much in damage. It was like Grand Bahamas Island and somewhere else. But is it really, really messed up, or is it like good still enough to like go and have tourism there? It's probably late at the Bahamas too, man. You're like two or 3 hours ahead of me. I think it's at least 2 hours ahead. So for you, it's like 1 in the morning, man. Damn, thanks for being here at 1 in the morning. Oh, Nassau's nice, man. I've been to Nassau before. Yeah, I did go on my honeymoon. We did take a cruise, and we did stop by the Bahamas, and we stayed there for a little bit. So it was really, really nice. Yeah, Bitcoin going pump. Not really looking like it's gonna do it though. Yeah. But thanks for being here, brother. I really, really appreciate it. You too, man. I hope you like the channel. I hope you like what we do. I usually do news first, and I did cover some articles already. This 3. I do try to look at different sources. Sometimes I even get articles from XRP Arcade. Whenever I can use articles from someone in the XRP community, I try to. But usually I just pick whatever I do believe is the most interesting, and I bring it in the most balanced way. And then I just do the market analysis after that, and then I just chill and chat. And if you guys want to look at something particular, I will just look at that, whatever it is that you guys want to look at, like stocks, stocks, commodities, or other cryptos, and that's fine. I just cover usually the top 5, not top 5, but at least the main 5s, right? The Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple or XRP, Litecoin, and Binance, and then I just take it from there. But again, thanks for being here, man. I really do appreciate it. I hope you stop by sometime as well, and yeah, I hope you enjoy the channel. And thank you for being here and chilling with us. Go and enjoy your honeymoon, man. Go make more little babies. I'm not sure if you want to have kids again right now. You've been digging some low caps, yeah. I usually look at low caps when someone comes in and brings low caps to look at. Benny was talking about in solar earlier, and we did look at that already. But it just depends. Like if people request low caps, I look at low caps. If people request something bigger, I look at I just look at whatever. Usually for me, it's just the top cryptos. But then I do know VT. Apparently, a lot of people are getting into VT lately. A lot of the crypto stuff people on Twitter are getting into VT, particularly the ones that were into Ripple, like DM Logic and I can't remember who else. But anyways, yeah, I do believe VT is a good project. It just depends on what you want to look for, right? Low caps are good. You can get a lot of money with very little, just by putting very little money in, right? WTC and Zap. I'll write him down, man. I do have a pen here. Trusty pen by my side. That's why I can like write stuff down when people like bring coins forward, right? So I'll write that down. WTC. This pen's not writing. I have another one. Backup pen. WTC and Zap. That second one sounds like something out of Batman. If you remember the Burt, no, what was it? Yeah, the Batman with Burt Ward and I forgot the name of the. Oh man, I forgot the name of Batman. How can I forget the name of Batman, man? Batman from the '60s, dude. The groovy Batman. The Zap sounds like something they would hit, like they would put one day, it would hit each other. Adam West, that's the one I wanted. The name Adam West and Burt Ward, right? You being Robin. Yeah, but yeah, it sounds like Zap, bam, wham. You know. Anyways, yeah, I'll check him out, man. I'll check him out afterwards. I'll even type one here. WTC. I'm not even sure if they're here, man. Yeah, they are. WTC to the Bitcoin. Yeah, they have trading pairs. So you can definitely check them out. Awesome. Yeah, anyways, I was about to sign off. Tomorrow there's no stream, like I said. I do have friends that are coming over, and I haven't seen my friends in a while, so I want to chill with them. We're going to have dinner and probably play board games and drink a lot, so it's going to be fun. Yeah. Other than that, thank you guys for being here. Walto Chain is WTC. Awesome. I'm not even sure what they do, man. I'm going to have to dig into them and look at them in like CoinMarketCap and Fiat League. I'm not even sure if they're in Fiat League, but at least in a couple of sources. And then also look at the project website. Try to read their white paper and understand what they do. But awesome, man. And, dude, I'm stoked that you stopped by, man. It's so great to have you here, man. I really appreciate it. It's humbling that you guys come in here every night and chill with me and do the news. Benny, thank you for being here. You come like really often. Soka, you're usually here, but you're usually quiet. Also, thank you for being here. Yeah, James, dude. So thank you so much for being here as well, man. Especially on your honeymoon. Go out and enjoy your honeymoon, bro. Like, make more babies. Spotty coming in with ads again. I want to play the sign out song now as we sign off. I think I already played it a while back, but that's it. Guys, again, like I said, thank you for watching. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. This is Instead of Crypto. I'm your host, Martin. It has been a pleasure being here with you guys tonight on a great Friday night. James, enjoy your honeymoon. Thank you for being here, buddy. And Benny, thank you for being here as well. Guys, thank you so much. I won't be able to catch you tomorrow for another edition of the Instead of Crypto, but I'll catch you back on Sunday. Yeah, that's going to be it for tonight, guys. Stay safe. Practice safe trading, and I'll see you Sunday, right? Unless something really, really crazy happens in the market, I might come in for an early stream, but I really doubt it. Enjoy it, your weekend, and I'll catch you on Sunday.